Good day, dear friends, and a most heartfelt welcome to the Wordsmith, this little corner of YouTube where words and voice are treated with the reverence of rare jewels. I am Carl, the Wordsmith, your devoted guide through the labyrinth of melody, metaphor, and meaning. Today we embark upon a journey into the intricate world of Ren's money ties, and essentially, from what I've heard, it's a composition brimming with the lyrical sinew and vocal nuance that dazzles all. Together we shall unpick its fibers, exploring not merely what is sung, but why and how it moves us so. If you find yourself inspired, intrigued, or simply entertained by our exploration, do consider bestowing a like, share, or subscription upon this channel, and leave your reflections in the comments below. Believe me, your insights enrich this conversation immeasurably. And for those with a wish to support this labor of love more tangibly, you may visit our Patreon, offer a buy me a coffee, or employ the super thanks feature beneath this video. Now, let us set forth with open ears and eager minds into the sonic tapestry that is Ren's money ties. Okay, let's dive straight into this, shall we?
Godliness with contentment is great gain, for we brought nothing into the world, and we cannot take anything out of the world. But
This
if
sounds
we have
somewhat
food
familiar.
and clothing, with these we will be content. But those who
Wait a
desire
minute.
to be rich fall into temptation, into a snare, into many senseless and harmful
This is-
desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. But the love of money is a root of all kinds of evils.
It's
It
a
is
Bible
through this
verse.
craving that some have wandered away from the path and pierced themselves with the many
Is that
pangs
1
of
Timothy?
greed.
It's 1 Timothy. I'm sure of it. Quite brilliant. Here we encounter a lyrical meditation of such moral and existential profundity that one almost seems transported into the hallowed corridors of contemplative thoughts. The verses are not just verses, they're Bible verses. Specifically from 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 6 through 11. It has been rephrased to be a bit more contemporary, yet still maintains its essential meaning. It is resplendent in its simplicity, yet labyrinthine in its implications, and it whispers a cautionary elegy against the insatiable hunger for worldly accumulation. Like it says, godliness with contentment is great gain. And what an exquisite aphorism, a delicate reminder that spiritual richness outweighs the glittering, ephemeral trappings of material desires. We are but transient sojourners upon the terrestrial stage, bringing forth nothing and taking even less beyond the veil of mortality. Thus, the prudent soul finds serenity in modest sustenance, clothing, and the quietude of sufficiency. Yet, those seduced by the intoxicating mirage of wealth stumble into the shadowy mazes of temptation, ensnared by a concatenation of frivolous and perilous cravings that corrode character and lead to inevitable ruination. Money, in its seductive omnipresence, becomes the siren that lures many from the luminous path of virtue, and in their relentless pursuit, they pierce themselves with the jagged arrows of avarice and exquisite tragic irony, revealing how the pursuit of the ephemeral can shatter the soul's quiet equilibrium. Okay, so let's keep this going.
Money makes the world go round. Money makes a pure man lawless.
That's a great beat.
Money makes a man's verb consummate the noun. Cause an action to a thing is inspired by the pound.
Ooh.
The dollar falls profit, preach profit, and we follow. When the scholar teach dishonor, that's a bit the pill to swallow. The biggest bank robber are the banks and the politicians, but judiciary are whores. What a shock.
Right, okay, no, this is quite profound. I'm seeing why you guys recommended this straight after the Money Game trilogy. I am absolutely loving this because here, Ren's words unfurl like a scalding contrast of light and shadow, what I call a chiaroscuro, illuminating the brutal clarity, the corrosive alchemy of wealth upon the human spirit. Money makes the world go round is no idle cliche. It is an incisive observation, a lament cloaked in rhythm, that exposes how lucre alone can comfort virtue into vice, transforming the most virtuous soul into a creature of lawlessness and hubris. Now, observe the elegance of his metaphor. The noun consummated by the verb, a subtle, almost linguistic transmutation, reveals how monetary desire animates and distorts human action, infusing even the most mundane deeds with the insidious pulse of financial motif. Now, he indicts the architects of our moral compromise: false prophets preaching profit, scholars imparting dishonor, institution and politicians looting with impunity, while the judiciary, our supposed guardians of justice, become prostitutes to the highest bidder. There is a biting, almost Shakespearean irony here, and that irony is simply this: the machinery of society, so meticulously constructed, serves not the common weal, but the unquenchable appetites of those who worship the golden calf of currency, to keep it within that biblical theme that he's using. I'm loving the monotone aesthetic that the production has chosen for this music video. It's really interesting. It sort of highlights the lyrical intensity somewhat. Okay, but let's keep this going.
What a shock when we lose sight of live and let live. Forget your soul is made much richer by the love that you give. If you're living just to make a living, that's all that is. And when you're lying, slowly dying, will
Okay. Sorry, I know I'm pausing a lot, but I have to just examine the lyrics. And when the lyrics are this heavy, you have to take time to sort of understand it so it lightens up your own understanding and brings out that profundity that causes the human to move. Because it's one thing to hear something, it's quite a different thing to listen to it. And when you listen, you're able to enact. When you enact, you can actually change the world. So that's why I do these things the way that I do. Again, nothing new here. Ren tenderly yet piercingly exhorts us to awaken from the torpor of mere existence, to reclaim the luminous vitality that blooms when love, generosity, and empathy guide our days. He warns against the insidious trap of living solely to subsist, of confining oneself to the sterile machinery of survival. For in doing so, the soul atrophies, starved of the nourishment that only selfless affection can bestow. Forget your soul is made much richer by the love that you give. And oh, what a profoundly elegant testament to the alchemy of giving, transforming the ephemeral into the eternal. And yet the shadow of mortality lingers. When life is reduced to deception and pretense, when we are slowly corroded by the artifice of survival, one must ponder with tremulous dread whether even at the final moment a grin could mask the desiccation of a spirit that is completely unfulfilled. All right. I am really, really loving it. The lyrics are just so good. The beat is palpable. The intensity of the song is just, it's something else. I'm kind of losing words at the moment, but this is fast becoming one of my favorite songs by Ren.
You die with a grin. Now digging up the root of evil, money too like a blade. You can slice across the jugular or carve and create. But when the money ain't the means, but the means is the money, you start to compromise ideals for dollars, morals get bloody. Now let me tell you a little story about a boy named Ren. Born March 1990 in the Celtic Welsh ends. We didn't have much for mum and dad.
Oh, it's him.
They enough to put hot meals on the table, fill our bellies full of love, a little sister.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I love that. I absolutely love that. That's essentially love is all you need. It sounds cliche, but there's a reason why cliches are cliche. It's because they bear the weight of endless repetition due to the validity of the truth that they hold. This is why I love Ren. He wields language as deftly as a master artisan with a blade, excavating the very root of human avarice and exposing money's dual capacity to wound or to shape, to corrupt or to construct. When currency becomes not a means but an end in itself, ideals are bartered, and the moral fabric, once inviolate, runs crimson under the weight of compromise. Yet, amidst the dissection of avarice, Ren tenderly grounds us in the tender narrative of its own origin. A boy born in March of 1990 in the Celtic Welsh enclaves where scarcity did not preclude warmth, and the modest providence of his parents measured not merely in sustenance but in devotion. It's imbued life with nourishing, unquantifiable riches. And in that juxtaposition of moral peril and the familial affection, he reminds us that the truest wealth is not minted in coin, but cultivated in love. And all you need is love. Okay, so let's keep this going. I really am enjoying this so much.
Full of love, a little sister fell into the picture. Oh my God, we loved her, made our family richer. Then we both got older, world a little colder. Life, it had a way of chipping away at that shoulder. I held her and I told her, hierarchy, status exists. Sometimes the purity of youth gets snatched, leaving you stripped. You'll learn that love is not enough, it's not a world for a kid. So toughen up and buckle up, because it's bumpy as shit. And there'll be those who take...
Jeez, like... I'm envious of the talent that he has. I really am. I wish I could sort of jam-pack as much lyrical profundity into things that I do in the way that he does. It's uncanny, it's rare, it's a gift that not many people possess. So, I mean, hats off to Ren. He really is a goat. Let's dive into the lyrics. Now here, Ren's verse unfolds with poignant intimacy, a tender chiaroscuro of familial love tempered by the unforgiving rigors of existence. The arrival of a little sister, which is a luminous presence, enriches the fabric of their lives, a reminder that joy and affection are currencies beyond measure. Yet, as time advances, the world reveals its sterner countenance, and the tender shoulders of youth bear the subtle erosions of reality. Life is governed by hierarchies and status, and the innocence of childhood may be violently stripped away, leaving lessons that love alone cannot impart. Toughen up and buckle up, he says, not with callousness, but with the compassionate clarity of one who has navigated the jagged contours of existence, aware, very, very aware, that the path, though beautiful, is rarely smooth. Okay, let us continue and explore how jealous I will be at the end of this video of his gift. But no, jealousy is, in all honesty, I'm not jealous. It's just complete and total admiration for the man's art. I really do hope I get that interview. I did send an email, I believe, to his manager. Thank you to that lovely individual who Facebook DM'd me and got me that email. So yeah, incredibly grateful. Let's keep it going, shall we?
Shit. And there'll be those who take advantage of the light in your soul. And there'll be times you feel the cup you're filling leaking with holes. And that dark can get much darker. We all must grow old. But listen up, my little sister. Hold these words to your close. Keep that kind heart kind. Humankind are in need. Never ever let this world make you bitter like me. Because this world needs love. And love, it leaks from you, see. Sis, this world needs light. And you're the brightest I see.
Oh, you can hear the emotion that he is pouring in. This incredible, immense love that he has for his sister, and his desire as a bigger brother to just shelter her from the evils of the world it's so commendable. It's so beautiful. It really is just an outstanding thing to listen to. And that's the essence of humanity in all things. Okie dokie. Now, words ascend to luminous crescendo, suffused with tender counsel and an almost sacred urgency. He just illuminates the vulnerabilities inherent in a life lived with openness, recognizing that the light of one's soul may be exploited, that the cup of effort and affection may leak in spite of our best intentions, and that the encroaching darkness of time spares no good heart. Yet amidst the sober reflection, there is a clarion call to resilience and grace. So, to hold one's inner world close, to safeguard the purity of a kind heart and to resist the corrosive bitterness that the world so readily cultivates, in a gesture both intimate and universal, he exhorts his sister, and by extension all of us, I would think, to radiate the love that emanates naturally for her being, for the world is ever in need of light, and in her, he discerns a brilliance capable of illuminating even the shadowed corners of our shared human existence. It's all very, very profound, and again, Ren makes me work really hard when it comes to brain power. All right, onward we go to arguably, in my opinion, the best song I've heard from Ren. I mean, no, I can't really say that because everything I listen to is always the best song when it comes to Ren. So I would never do a ranking or a tier list of his songs. It doesn't feel right. They're all just so good. So yeah, let's keep this going.
Brightest I see your wings have feather more than ever. Mine were torn by my oppressor. Me, but whatever, by your side we fly together. Give me flight when I could never. Releasing
I
all
love
the
this
pressure.
man's
When
art.
the pressure makes a diamond, I will shine with you forever. Fuck greed, fuck depression, fuck
yeah.
police, fuck the jealous, fuck every man who made you feel less than a treasure. And fuck the world that makes us feel small. Fuck the forces that divide us. Now's the time to stand tall.
Yes, bruv.
Money makes money.
Yes, good, preach. Now he erupts into a defiant, almost hymn-like affirmation of resilience and solidarity, his language a soaring tapestry of pain, transmuted into liberation. The imagery that he uses, I love it by the way, it's wings, fragile yet flourishing, evokes both the scars of past oppression and the redemptive power of shared strength, an intimate symphony of rebirth and reclamation. Now, in his proclamation, adversity itself is alchemized. Pressure becomes the crucible that forges the diamond of the soul, brilliance born of struggle. And yet, the verse is not merely personal, but universal, a vehement repudiation of greed, cruelty, envy, and every force that diminishes our worth, a clarion call to transcend the petty tyrannies of the world. It is a soaring insistence that, side by side, we can rise, unbowed and luminous, demanding the full measure of our dignity and insisting that no hand, no force, no circumstance shall render us small. Okay, let's, I know this is a short song, but this is going to be a long video because look at the lyrics. I mean, look at them. I'm very fortunate to have closed captions on and just to sort of examine the lyrics as they come. And yeah, I never really know how long these videos are going to be. But anyway, let's just keep it going.
Because money makes the world go round.
Okay, so
money makes the sick boy sicker somehow.
This is the chorus, yeah?
Money gets a man mug punched in his mouth. Money run the gang thug.
Oh, no, it's not.
Money plow.
Nice.
Money makes open case close.
Oh,
money bend love, make
great riff.
make ghosts. Money gives a poor man hope.
Love that.
Money saves lives, takes lives. Money both. Money isn't. Money's just that. Money's just the concept. People don't try. Tax up the poor man. Feed up the fire. Money's just cash. Take money, take money, take money, take. Fake money, fake money, fake money, fake. Money ties.
He's so talented.
Money ties, eh. Money lies, money lies, money lies, eh.
Oh man, bro is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. No people, no profit. This is a song I think everyone should listen to. It's the lyrics that once listened to, once absorbed, once truly digested, should produce action in a person that infects their behavior, that infects their environment, and should change the world. That's how I feel about it. Okay, so the song Money Ties, for me, it tells a personal and poignant origin story about a boy named Ren, born in March 1990 in the Celtic Welsh Ends, and the lyrics reflect Ren's upbringing, where he didn't have much materially, but his parents made enough to provide hot meals and love enriching their family. The song explores themes of how money influences people and society, often leading to corruption, compromise, and strife, but it also carries a message of love, resilience, and holding on to kindness despite hardships. Ren here, he just shares advice to his sister to stay kind and not become bitter in a world that can be harsh. The song mixes personal narrative with broader social commentary about money's powerful and sometimes destructive role in life. How true, how deeply philosophical, and how profound. And so we draw our analysis of Ren's money ties to a gentle close. And look, thanks again for recommending this. What a fascinating journey of craft, cadence, and candor it has been. I do hope our time together has illuminated new facets of this extraordinary artist and perhaps sparked thoughts and feelings of your own. And you know what? If it has, pray do comment with your impressions. Like the video if it pleased you, share it with fellow lovers of music, share it with the Ren rabbit hole if you can, and subscribe so you may never miss another sojourn into the wondrous world of song. So really, really enjoy this. My heart's happy. Should you wish to nurture the Wordsmith further, your generosity via Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, or the Super Thanks button below keeps these analyses and reactions alive and flourishing. Until our next musical expedition, dear friends, don't forget, be kind, be gentle, be respectful to one another, and help each other out when you can. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, everyone. Cheers.